Hi there, Falcons. Welcome to our next little film on our flipped classroom. Today we're going to talk about the 5 themes of geography. So remember, again, this is a movie. You can pause, you can rewind. All you need to write down for the purpose of your notes is what's in red. So first thing to write down is geography. Let's get a definition going here. Geography is the study of people, places, and the environment. This should be all reviewed for you all. You all had world cultures last year, and this was a big focus on it. You need to write down the 5 themes of geography. There are 5. Location, place, region, movement, human, environment, interaction. So those 5 different themes you need to write down into your notebook. Okay, the first one we're going to talk about is location. There's 2 different kinds of location. Location is where you are on Earth. You can measure this 2 different ways. You can do an absolute location. This is your exact spot. We use latitude and longitude when we talk about absolute location. So if you're using your GPS and you have a bunch of numbers, we're talking absolute location. Absolute location is always going to be a number. In contrast, relative location, we're being less specific. I can say Mr. Ayala is across the hall from me. That would be his relative location. I'm not giving you the latitude and longitude of his classroom. So absolute location, always a number. Relative location, it's more like you're giving somebody directions on how to get there. What you see in the picture is the Greenwich Mean Time line. It's the line of longitude that is 0. So that is one of the absolute locations we use when we talk about location. Place and region are next. A place is an area's distinguishing characteristics. Places change. If there is, I don't know, a volcano erupts in the middle of Palm Bay and wipes out all of Lockmar, places change. It can be because people have built and expanded. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, Bayside Lakes didn't exist. It wasn't there. Palm Bay has gotten bigger and changed over time. So places can change because of Mother Nature, or they can change because people have built or tore down or whatever. So places change. The next of the 5 themes is region. Region is something we're going to focus on here in U.S. history because America has different regions. We live in Florida, which is part of the South. Some of you might have family from New England. We have the Midwest. We have the Pacific Northwest. These are all different kinds of regions. Regions are places that have something in common. So we could say something like the Middle East. Most people in the Middle East speak Arabic. We could say Latin America, that's a region. So they're places that have something in common. The next one is movement. People, goods, ideas, plants, everything, they move. You're saying, how does a plant get up and move? We're talking about seeds. I can take seeds and go to Africa and plant those seeds. So movement is literally moving one place to another. In the coming weeks, we'll talk a lot about movement when we talk about exploration. Now, there's 2 things that go along with movement. They're called push and pull factors. Push factors are what make people leave their home. So it could be a civil war, it could be you lost your job. I'm sure everybody here is familiar with push and pull factors. If you've ever had to move, there's always been a reason. You know what I mean? Your grandma got sick, so you've moved down here to take care of her. Or dad lost his job, you had to move because he got a new job. So those are all push factors. Pull factors are what bring people in. So we'll talk a lot about this when we talk about immigration into America. The last one is human-environment interaction. Humans are dependent on the earth. We change the earth, we adapt to it, we depend on it. Without water, without air, we're dead meat. So we interact with the environment all the time. You just sitting there breathing as you're watching this, you're actually interacting with the environment. So we'll talk more about this as well, how colonists interacted with their environment, used it, adapted, changed it in order to survive. Okay, Falcons, that's it for today. Make sure you wrote down everything that's read. If you need to rewind, by all means, go right ahead.